Fun promotion, baby. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Okay.
Little Suave and you rocking with Fun Promotion. On God.
Fun Promotions.
Fun Promotions Lab, man. Let's get it.
Fun Promotions, man. Go.
Fun Promotions. Fun Promotion.
Rocking with my dog. Fun.
Got my boy Prince Carter in the building, bro. Appreciate you coming through, bro. Yes, sir. You want to tell the people who you is, tell the FUNG family?
You already know. My name is Prince Carter, the one in the chosen one. I'm out of Minneapolis. You already know. TC that they. TC
Yes,
to
sir.
everything.
Shout out
The
to
collective,
TC.
second coming, and all that.
No cap, no cap. I seen you change your name. You was going by just Carter before, right? Why you changed it just to, or why'd you add the Prince Carter? Why is Prince Carter now?
So like, you know, Prince out of Minneapolis initially. He paved the way for music out of Minneapolis.
Okay, so yeah, you got
so
like
right that's a slight, you know, you feel me? Slight ode to the purple air, Prince, you feel me?
Yeah.
But besides that, it's just like it's more recognizable, you feel me, than just Carter. Because a lot of artists be having Carter in their actual name. So like, if you look at like Beyonce and Jay-Z, they're the Carters and shit. Like Lil Wayne, Cardi.
Yeah.
It's like
you want to differentiate yourself as a Carter.
Exactly.
For sure. So you say you from Minneapolis, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was it growing up out there for you?
Shit, it was I got to see a lot of different like lifestyles, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like from like the suburbs to like being like actually in Minneapolis. I grew up like everywhere around like northwest Minneapolis and shit. So it's like everywhere out there was free range of who the types of people you see, and like the way like we was living at the age, you feel me? They didn't bread like that, so it's like, you know, we just had to make life what it was.
When did you start doing music then?
Really, I had a passion for it, but it's like, I didn't start recording or doing like stuff myself, solo and all that shit until I was like 17, so like 2018 shit. Okay. That's when I really started recording, but I did choir, I did all that shit as a kid, growing up and all that.
Okay. So what made you go from the choir and just playing around with it to actually taking it serious and locking in the studio? What was your drive?
My brother at first.
Okay.
Really, he just kind of put it in perspective of like how crazy we could really take this shit. But
which brother you talking about?
Carlos.
Carlo.
Chip plus. You know that Chip.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Carlo, for sure. Okay, so after that, when you start recording, how long did it take you like to find your sound, or did you find that shit you would say?
Shit, I say like I really found my like real pocket of like who I was and like really just knowing what I like can do and like knowing what I love and shit to hear out of myself. Probably like a year into it, and like I produced too. So like from the beginning, I was producing along with my singing and shit.
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, I saw that
last time.
really.
About that.
Actually, I was recording probably for like a year, and then I really started producing in that shit. And
you started producing a year
myself. You feel me?
You started selling a beat. You started doing beats a year after you started recording, doing music.
Type shit.
What made you start doing the beats?
At that point, I wanted to just be able to like experiment and make my own. Like, you feel me? Like create what I want to hear instead of what somebody else is like. You feel me? Because that's just like creatively liberating.
Yeah.
To be able to like take what's in your head, put it down, and then put words to that. You feel me? It's different from taking what somebody else has put down and making that yours. You feel me? Yeah. But at the same time, both is like necessary.
Yeah, definitely.
It's both great.
For sure. You would say it took you longer to learn how to make beats or longer to do the music on the vocal side? I
say once I started making beats, they both kind of like worked hand in hand to like make me what I am. You feel me?
Okay, for sure. So now, you say after a year locking in and finding your sound, 2018. So a year after locking in is 2019, 2020, 2021 now.
Yeah.
How you describe your sound now? Like how far you came, your journey? How would you describe that?
I say it's like I'll describe my song first off. It's like melancholic, but it's like euphoric at the same time. You feel me? So it's like you finna have them sad undertones and shit. It's finna feel deep as hell. But at the same time, it's finna be uplifting in this aura, in this vibe, in this energy. So like you finna have the contrast and it actually just like hits crazy. And like you'd have to hear it to know what I'm saying. And you finna hear it, you feel me? Like when people hear it, they really finna know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So how much music you got out right now? I know you just dropped a new Toxic, and before Toxic, what did you have out? I know you had a project out under Carter, but when I looked on Apple Music, it wasn't on there.
Yeah,
no more. You took it down.
They're all off of, except for SoundCloud. So it's all on SoundCloud. All my old shit on SoundCloud still under Carter and everything. But on all of the streaming platforms, that shit gone type shit. Cause I'm Prince Carter now, so it's like you finna see the new shit. And to really, it's like the archive files. Yeah. For people who really want to know where it really started and shit, you finna go back to the SoundCloud. You finna see what I'm talking about.
All right, now that Toxic, after you took all that stuff down, you said they can go find it on all the other stuff on SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. After the rebrand, you decided to just take it all down.
Yeah.
For sure, definitely. Mm-hmm. And now that you got a new single out, Toxic, I seen the video was hard. Tell me about how that song came about.
So I made
first the song, then we'll go into the video after.
Got you. So the song was produced by my man. It's 3 a.m. He live in Delaware.
Okay. Delaware.
Yeah, type shit.
Crazy.
You feel me? Out there. He had originally, I met him through another friend, my friend named Mark. Okay. And he had met him on the gram and shit, and basically they just tapped in, and he was like, "Oh, I'm finna fly out." He's like, "I bet." And niggas didn't think, bro, it's finna fly out, bro. Yeah. Bro actually flew out. You feel me? Flew out like
crazy.
Same week or next week, time shit, and pulled up to the crib. Yeah. He just had some crazy ass beats, nigga. Just started dropping niggas, boom, boom. And so after we went back to Delaware, niggas just like kept in touch. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Sending each other like music, and you sending me beats and shit. Yeah. So randomly, he sent me a beat pack. I was recording. It was fire as beat pack. It was really probably like the start of like we had like hella crazy ass shit in the vault for real.
I believe
it. Really, he sent me that like first pack. After like a week, he just sent me one more, and it was that Toxic beat. Okay. And I was like, damn. I was like, what the fuck? All right, go ahead. And then I literally that same day just like freestyle some shit. I was like, fuck it. Yeah. Just went ahead and put the whole song down. I was like, all right, bet.
How long ago was that song made?
Damn near like June of last year, like June 2020.
Okay, so you've been having that for a minute. You've been waiting on it.
You feel me?
So when it was time to shoot the video, how did the that whole video concept come together?
Shit, we be watching hella videos and shit.
Okay.
You feel me? While we cooling, and I remember I was seeing the Black and Dirk video for what's it called? Like most niggas gonna know exactly.
Stay Down.
For Stay Down. Yep. Where they whipping the fucking like hovercraft and shit, right. They just on the dirt and shit. Right. And then Dirk had another song where he's whipping the fucking the Doom buggy in that bitch. So like that gave me a little bit of inspiration. I was like, alright, baby, I kinda wanna be just like fucking shit up.
Yeah.
In the sand and shit. That day, stormed, like the Doom buggy broke while I was mid whipping that shit. Yeah. Like hella shit happened. So then but then I had put like a whole treatment down and shit. Okay. Hit up the videographer. I had found her name Mariah, and she cold as hell. But I found her on the gram through some friends, some dancers I know who did some videos with her and shit. Okay. And I just had seen her editing and shit. So I hit her up. I was like, yo, like I'm trying to fuck with you on this music video. Sent her the song. Right. She was like, bad fire. I sent her the treatment, and she was like, all right, like I have this idea. I know this other spot because we just finna have like either a rooftop or like a loft, just like a party vibe and shit. Right, for sure. So then we just like got the locations down. Was talking. She was in Florida at the time. Okay. And she pulled up, shot the shit. Movie. She got that shit. You feel me? Movie for real. That shit was crazy. So.
Yeah, for sure. Tell me a little bit. You mentioned it earlier. Tell me a little bit about the collective. What does that mean to you?
that shit like that's just like a brand if me and the niggas I consider like my closest like links was like a brand, you feel me? But not like the face and no shit, not like no crazy shit, but on more of like the creative side, you feel me? But like that's the collective specifically is more like the label, our identification musically and shit.
Okay.
So it's like we also have the second coming and shit, which is our creative, like the creative side of everything.
Okay. That's hard.
So like shit, you never know who did what, but like if you see it, you know it's us. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. And now you and the collective, y'all out in LA. How was when did you transition from Minnesota to LA?
2018.
2018. And what was
End of 2018.
the main driving force of that? Your relocation?
Shit, we literally just talked about moving to Cali one day, and shit. After a minute, my brother did have a planning and shit, and like after a minute, we was just popped out to LA.
And did that help your music out a lot? Like, how would you say your sound moving out here? How did that grow your sound, or hurt it, or what did it do to your sound? You would say?
I say it's like at that time it was like my first time really being like in the world for sure, being by myself, like knowing that like my parents is just like right around the corner. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like that played into my music. You could hear that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? It'd be like a lot of my youth just being like exploring this shit.
Yeah.
It's just like I got to explore and have fun. So that really could play into like the energy and shit in my music. But then as I like got to ground myself out here, you feel me, and get myself settled, it's just like I started to figure out I'm still growing up, so it's like I get to figure out more about my shit. So it's like I'll figure out more about who I am. That shit just translates directly into my music, you feel me?
For sure, definitely. I definitely feel you, bro. So now, like, when you're in the studio or wherever you're recording, what you need to record, like, is there some turn-up supplies? Is there some vibes? You know what I'm saying? What you need when you recording to make a fire song, bro?
It really just depends on like the day, the mood, what I'm feeling. Because like I can go from really being in my bedroom. Like I got my bedroom treated, my whole entire like wall on my studio, so I treat it. So it's like I'll get up out of bed and just sit in the chair and make some shit. So it's like I can be in that setting and have nothing but just me in the room, you feel me?
Yeah.
And go crazy like that, or I can have like we be having sessions where we be just be in big ass studios, you feel me?
Right.
We be having hella people and that shit just
on some,
you feel me? Just on a vibe.
Yeah.
Just like on some chill shit. Cause like we be chilling and like we just have our niggas in there, like our friends in there. And shit, you feel me? So it's like
few friends in there.
You feel me? So like that just adds to the vibe. That just adds to the creative process. So it's like that shit
Definitely.
Changes it up.
Definitely, bro. What's some like goals you got in this music shit, like overall, like looking at it as a career? What's some things that you say you want to do? Like maybe it's like a winning an award, or doing a certain amount of numbers, or doing this, or is there anything you got particular that you got some goals you want to do that you know you want to get done?
Sure. I'll say like everybody wants like the Grammys. You feel me?
Yeah.
I definitely gotta have my Grammys.
Yeah, for sure.
God, I'm going for it. Of course. Like I ain't stepping into this and not trying to be the best, and not be the best. And not,
For sure.
You feel me? So it's like that's obviously a goal in my future, but it's like I want to also be able to inflict such an impact on just sonically on just people that it starts to inspire the next generation of artists, even into the like just every facet of artistry. So I want that to be able to inspire people to be like what they are, who they are, and just live. So I want my music to be able to do something like that, and I want it to have like the most broad reach ever.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
ever.
Definitely.
Just to be able to like stretch and like affect people.
Okay. Definitely. Have you been able to do any shows?
Yeah, I've had a few out here. I remember I performed at my friend.
How shows go for you? What type of performer you would say you is? You're real energetic on stage.
I'm definitely more on some. I'm more of a chill guy because my music is chill.
Melancholy, like you said.
You feel me? So I'm more on like my chill stuff, but I'm definitely performing. So it's like I'm gonna give you a show, type shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Make sure they get what they want. Like
What you feel about like labels or like when labels come or something like that? You feel like you want to stay like an independent route, or you think you could see yourself working with like a bigger company behind you?
I definitely can see myself working with like bigger companies behind like or a bigger like label company behind me, but not being signed. You feel me? Not being like owned, I guess. Yeah. I definitely would rather stay independent. I'm finna own my stuff for real.
Yeah.
I'm not going. So it's like I'm definitely gonna own like my own my masters.
For sure.
I'm on that.
You do research about that type of shit since you in this music game?
Definitely. You feel me? Get my LLC. I'm about to get my LLC.
Yeah. Gotta get all that right.
You feel me?
I see you into the clothes too. You be dressing and stuff like that. You working on your own clothing line, or you got some merch coming out?
You feel me? I'm definitely finna start working on that merch. I literally was just talking to a few of my homies. I know a lot of people in fashion, so it's like a lot of people I be talking to. I just be tapping into the pick their brain and see what they think about like certain ideas for merch. I also just be talking to people and be like, yo, like, what do you think about this? Because I want to make something that people can really have forever, or like really at least get use out of, and like when they see it, they're like, oh yeah, I remember this, because that's why like shirts and stuff be going so crazy. But I don't want to like obviously just do a shirt unless it's like something that's one of them.
Yeah, it's different.
You feel me?
For sure.
So it's definitely like that. But it's like I'm definitely gonna have my merch come out in the future.
Yeah,
it's definitely gonna be a reflection of me.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
You got any dream collabs, like anybody you was looking up to growing up in the music that you can see yourself collabing with? Yeah. That'll be like a crazy collab for you, or you'll be real excited for?
Yeah, I say, sheesh. A lot of just like soulful, very lot of soulful people. I say like I want to link with like Erykah Badu. I want to link with like Pharrell. You feel me? I want to link with like Usher. I want to link with. Yeah, I just want to link with the greatest. Yeah. But those are like definitely three people that like that really had an impact on me musically and what I sound like today. I feel like.
For sure, definitely. I can see that happening. What you say like the realest bar or the realest thing you ever said in a song? What do you think that is?
Maybe it might be, and if I ever said it's fuck you, then it's forever. The people ain't heard that.
Tell me, what was you thinking when you said that? What was it? What's the background?
So I said, if I ever said I loved you, I didn't know better. Right before that.
Right.
And I was really kind of just like reflecting on, like, things I've thought in my past, just being young.
Yeah.
Like emotionally. Yeah. And just how I didn't know better at that point. But sometimes it's like, if I really get to the point where I'm like, I can really say F you to a person, like, then it's like, it's like that. Because I try not to
let it get to that level.
You feel me? I try not to like really hate.
Yeah.
Ever. Well, I mean, I definitely don't be hating. But it's like, I be trying not to spread nothing but love. You feel me?
For sure. So it's February 2021 now. What you got next for the people? What's coming next?
I definitely got something dropping that the people gonna love. The next one is gonna be. See, I just don't want to say too much. Yeah. It's a surprise.
If you could speak on it.
Surprising people.
What's some new music coming up? That's what you're trying to say.
Some new music coming probably in the next.
New videos.
Like 2-3 weeks. Definitely getting videos soon.
Yeah.
Videos coming all of 2021 for sure. And that's on me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, bro. Appreciate you for having me in here, bro.
Yeah.
Anything, last things you want to close it with? Where could they follow you? Where can they follow the collective, the gang?
Follow me on the gram at NSOMBODY somebody. Finna be your favorite artist. But tap in with me on Twitter at NSOM_BODY. Same sort of stuff. If you see me, you finna see my people for sure. So tap in with us. You finna love this.
What's up, bro? Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.